I dare you to tell me your favorite game to do a universe mode simulation on. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I'm going to be going 5 years into the future on WWE 2K19. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button today because one, it is absolutely free, two, you can subscribe at any point in the future, and we're on the road to 30K, and we are oh so close. And can we hit 500 likes on this video in the very first day of it being uploaded? I think we can. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and simulate 1 year into the universe mode. You know, something very interesting that I noticed as we did the first year sim, it took so long to simulate that first year. Usually it does not take that long. Did something change in 2K19's universe mode? Well, I know the divisions and the rankings got added, but did that really affect like the simulation time? Anyways, the opening contest was Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania, with Roman Reigns defeating The Undertaker yet again. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce defeat Brie Bella and Nikki Bella. That's what you love to see right there. Jeff Hardy won the United States Championship after he defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Becky Lynch defeated Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt won the Raw Tag Team Championships as they defeated Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. Triple H defeated Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. Interesting, man. That's something. And the main event of the evening, Daniel Bryan loses to Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. That is a barn burner main event for WrestleMania if I have ever seen one. Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan would light it up in a WrestleMania main event. Year 2's WrestleMania begins with Harper and Rowan defeating the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I believe this match happened IRL at a WrestleMania. I think we had a couple other tag teams thrown in there too. Moving forward though, Brie Bella and Nikki Bella running right back with the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, this time with Brie Bella and Nikki Bella picking up the win. Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke Nakamura run it back as well, this time with no championship on the line, mind you. Last year they fought for the United States Championship. Nia Jax defeats Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. Samoa Joe defeats Goldust for the WWE Championship in what is considered to be a potential rivalry. That's interesting. I mean, you know, I still think Joe and Goldust would be a banger. Don't get me wrong, but I think Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe set a bar that just can't be topped when it comes to that WWE Championship. Meanwhile, though, John Cena defeats Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, for the Universal Championship. That's another big win right there for John Cena. Does that go to his WWE Championship title reigns? Is he now a 16-time world champion? Who knows? But what I do know is Brock Lesnar defeats Roman Reigns in a Falls Count Anywhere match to main event WrestleMania. I don't know about you, but I'm a little tired of seeing Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns face each other at WrestleMania at this point. Year 3's WrestleMania opens up with Nia Jax defeating Ember Moon for the Raw Women's Championship. Something I will say about WWE 2K19 simulation so far that I've actually really enjoyed is that the same type of championship or division does not open up WrestleMania year after year. That's something that we were running into a big issue with on a couple of older games if you've watch the other Into the Future videos. But moving right along, Drew McIntyre defeats Elias for the Intercontinental Championship with Dolph Ziggler in his corner. That's very interesting. We have Razar and Akam winning the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Authors of Pain setting up their futures with those Raw Tag Team Championships as they defeat Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. R-Truth defeats Andrade Cien Almas. Remember when Andrade had multiple names? That's very, very funny to me. Remember when Andrade also almost just got called Cien after losing his last name? I remember that for a little bit where people were thinking he was going to just get called Cien. Very, very interesting stuff. But R-Truth, the new United States champion. Undertaker defeats Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Hey, I'll say it like this, man. The Dead Man versus Daniel Bryan would be a bop. Bryan's been booked in some good matches so far in these WrestleManias on this sim. Meanwhile, The Miz defeats Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. And let's be honest here, Samoa Joe has been the WWE Championship standard bearer in these universe mode sims, at least on 2K19 so far. He's been in every single WWE Championship match at each WrestleMania. For the past 3 years, he's had 3 WWE Championship matches at Mania. And in the main event of the evening, Brock Lesnar defeats Zack Ryder, woo woo woo, for the Universal Championship. That is hilarious to me. Year 4's WrestleMania begins as Jeff Hardy defeats Randy Orton. And I'll be honest with you right here as well. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton do have some bangers, man. I mean, the recent little feud they had as of like a couple years ago where they ended up in the Hell in a Cell match, I wasn't really too big of a fan of. Granted, I did love the spots where Randy was just tormenting Jeff's ear. I always thought that was very, very funny. Moving forward, though, Natalya won the Raw Women's Championship against Bayley. Moving on, Elias defeats Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. So Elias walks with the Intercontinental Championship, if you will. Moving forward, Becky Lynch defeats Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And I hope that Becky Lynch's return, she faces Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship IRL. I hope that happens, and if Becky can come back by Mania, I hope it happens at Mania. Granted, I don't know how far along she is in her pregnancy, but I will say this, no matter when she comes back, I hope it's to face Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship, because that match is going to be a banger, 100%. John Cena defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Oh my goodness, man. I wonder if he had to buy a ticket for that match. Chris Jericho defeats Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship, and that looks like the current day Chris Jericho, which is absolutely wonderful. I remember when he was in this game, everyone was kind of losing their mind because they did update Jericho's model to high-key look like his New Japan run, which was very, very interesting. Moving forward, though, Triple H battles Brock Lesnar yet again for the Universal Championship in the main event of WrestleMania, and Triple H picks up the big win. Year 5's WrestleMania begins with a little bit of Charlotte Flair as she loses to Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And then we go on to Mandy Rose versus Lana. All right, I mean, Mandy Rose defeats Lana at WrestleMania. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel defeat Tyler Breeze and Fandango for the Raw Tag Team Championships. You know what I will say about this match? I feel like this match actually would be pretty good. You know, I feel like Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are really good in the ring, and I know Breeze and Fandango are absolutely phenomenal in the ring. I think they would put out a banger with each other. We then have Seth Rollins versus Elias for the Intercontinental Championship once again, with Seth Rollins picking up the Intercontinental Championship. A lot of rematches have happened on these 5 years that we have simulated into WWE 2K19's future. Moving forward, though, like I said, a lot of rematches. Randy Orton defeats Jeff Hardy at WrestleMania yet again. We then have Dolph Ziggler winning the Universal Championship from Triple H, and he picks up the big win at WrestleMania. And then in the main event of our last WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan defeats John Cena for the WWE Championship. Now, I know y'all remember that SummerSlam 2013 main event these two had. That match was a absolute bop, and that match was a banger. Any way you want to slice it and dice it, that match was top tier. So I know this WrestleMania main event had to have some sauce. Now, if you were wondering why I was not showing off the rankings throughout this video, it's because I want to do that at the end of the video. So Dolph Ziggler is our Universal Champion. As you see, he defeated Brock Lesnar to gain that championship, but Brock had to defeat Triple H, who had to defeat Brock, who had to defeat John, who had to defeat Brock, who had to defeat Ziggler, who had to defeat Brock, who had to defeat John, who had to defeat Triple H. Times earned, Brock Lesnar has held that belt 5 times. Ziggler's held it 2 times, Cena 2 times, Roman 2 times, Triple H 2 times, Braun 1 time, Finn Finn one time, Demon Finn one time, Goldberg one time, Kevin one time, and now days held. Brock is just a menace to society with that, man. So is Triple H, so is John Cena. Hey, Ziggler got a 211-day reign as well. That's big stuff right there. Moving on to the Intercontinental Championship, Rollins defeated Elias, who defeated Drew, who defeated Bobby, who defeated Elias, who defeated Dean, who defeated Seth, who defeated Elias, who defeated Seth to gain that stang. Now, I usually don't like looking at times earned and days held because, like, it shows the championship records from before your universe mode started, which I guess is cool, but I wish there was an option in universe mode to only have my universe mode stats being tracked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that would be a lot better. But Elias held the Intercontinental title for 637 days. Insanity, man. Absolutely insanity. The Raw Tag Team Championships were held by the B Team as they defeated the Authors of Pain, who defeated the Deleters of Worlds, who defeated the B Team, who defeated the Leaders of Worlds. And the days held, Akam and Razar held them things for 966 days. Now, mind you, they had one reign with that title. One reign with that title, and they took it 966 days. Absolutely insane. The Raw Women's Championship was won last by Alexa Bliss, who defeated Alicia Fox, Natalya, Bayley, Nia Jax, Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Ember Moon, and Alexa Bliss in that order. Meanwhile, Alexa Bliss has been a 4-time Raw Women's Champion. She's held the belt for 692 days. I don't know how long that actually was in our universe mode. Granted, they keep the records of all the other championships. Over on SmackDown, the WWE Champion lastly was Daniel Bryan. He defeated Samoa Joe, who defeated AJ Styles, who defeated Chris Jericho, who defeated The Miz, who defeated Samoa Joe, who defeated Undertaker, who defeated Samoa Joe, who defeated John Cena, who defeated Samoa Joe. Meanwhile, John Cena has held the WWE Championship 14 times, man. That is wild to see. Days held, John Cena has 12,882, bro. That's insane. How do you do that? I don't know. But Jeff Hardy defeated Ty Dillinger to win the U.S. Championship. Ty Dillinger defeated R-Truth, who defeated Sin Cara, who defeated Andrade, who defeated Shelton Benjamin, who defeated Jeff Hardy, who defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, who defeated Jeff Hardy, who defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Times earned, Ric Flair has held the belt 6 times, man. Jeez. Days held, Lex Luger at 948. The SmackDown Tag Team Championships never really got defended in our WrestleManias, but Gallows and Anderson currently are the champions as they defeated the Colognes, who defeated themselves to get the championships. I don't know how that works, but that's pretty interesting if you ask me. Nevertheless, times earned, Jay and Jimmy Uso have both held the belts 4 times. Obviously, they do team up together. And then they have held the titles for 702 days. SmackDown Women's Championship was won by Becky Lynch last, who defeated Asuka, who defeated Charlotte Flair, who defeated Maurice, who defeated Becky Lynch, who defeated Carmella, who defeated Charlotte Flair. Times earned, Becky Lynch is at 3 times. She has held the belt in total for 786 days. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is what happens when you go 5 years into the future on WWE 2K19's Universe Mode. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like, as I said at the top of the video, and as always and forever, take it easy though, guys. Peace!